Yo, what's good everyone? This is Ayo Boxing from Madiba, and here's my prediction for Jason Moloney versus Vincent Astrolabio. Now, this fight is the most interesting fight this weekend in my opinion. Moloney and Astrolabio will be fighting for the WBO Bantamweight belt. Naoya Inoue was the former WBO Undisputed Bantamweight champion, but he vacated all of his belts in order to fight Fulton at 122. So it's been a free-for-all for all the vacant belts at 118. Takuma Inoue, the younger brother of Naoya Inoue, just became the WBA champion. But the main reason why I find this fight so interesting is because Bantamweight may become a division that's dominated by Filipino fighters this year. Nonito Donaire is supposed to be fighting for the vacant WBC, while Raymart Gaballo will be fighting for the vacant IBF. And I believe that Astrolabio will beat Moloney and become the new WBO champion. But I think this is a 50-50 fight, and Moloney has a very good chance of winning. Jason Moloney is an Australian boxer, and this fight will be his third attempt fighting for a title. His first attempt was against Emmanuel Rodriguez in 2018 for the IBF, but he lost in a split decision. His second attempt was against Naoya Inoue in 2020 for the WBA and IBF, but he lost in the 7th round TKO. Despite those losses, I consider Moloney one of the best and most skilled boxers at bantamweight. He's a boxer-puncher with sneaky power. He has a good jab and right hand, quick feet, and he can box and move. Astrolabio, on the other hand, is a Filipino boxer, and this will be his first attempt at fighting for a world title. I've seen him fight in person on the undercard of Frank Martin versus Michel Rivera, and I was impressed, and I've been following his career ever since. He did suffer 3 defeats earlier in his career, but it's pretty common for Filipino fighters to have at least 1 to 3 losses on their resume, so don't be fooled. He has a win over Rigondeaux. Granted, it was an old Rigondeaux, but it's still a good win. Astrolabio is a pressure fighter. He's explosive, has power, he's durable and strong, and he's a pretty good counterpuncher, especially with the left hook. And I think that left hook will be the deciding factor in this fight. The left hook, especially the counter left hook, is a punch that Moloney gets hit by a lot. This was especially true in his fight against Inoue. Inoue would counter Moloney throughout the whole fight with the left hook. He even dropped and hurt Moloney with a counter left hook. Astrolabio displayed a very good counter left hook in his last fight against Potapov. Astrolabio would even drop and hurt Potapov with the left hook. Furthermore, Moloney has a tendency to rhythm step, which makes it easier for his opponent to time him. Inoue did this in the fight as well. If Astrolabio can pick up on this rhythm step, he can KO Moloney. But Astrolabio is not Inoue, and Astrolabio is slower compared to Inoue. Speed was a necessary tool for Inoue to deal with Moloney's in and out box and move style. Astrolabio is flat-footed and has slow feet for the most part. Moloney can definitely capitalize on this weakness, and if Astrolabio cannot adjust and time Moloney will definitely have success. Additionally, Astrolabio does not have great head movement and relies on the high guard a lot, which often leads him to get hit. Despite losing, Potapov has success in landing punches and combination while moving in and out of range. If Moloney, who's a better fighter and has more power than Potapov, is able to land the same type of punches on Astrolabio, the outcome may be different. In summary, Astrolabio has to assert himself and capitalize on the mistakes of Moloney. If he does it, Moloney will dictate the pace of the fight. Overall, I think this is a good fight, and I'm looking forward to it, but I believe that Astrolabio will win. And maybe we can see 3 Filipino world champions at bantamweight this year, but if Moloney wins, I wouldn't be mad because he low-key deserves to be a champion after all he's been through. But who knows, this is boxing, anything can happen. But thank you for tuning in with Ayo Boxing with Madiba. Hit like and subscribe, and more content's coming your way.